opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium. Glad you could join us, football fans, as we get ready for kickoff. It's Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt up in the booth. And Brock, I want you to take us back down to the field. When you were a player, what are these moments like just before the game begins and you take the field for the first time?
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You wish you could just get to this, right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all your work over the course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now a give on the counter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon. He created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down, Burrow to throw. Cut out left. And he's brought down after a short gain. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Lone back gets the handoff. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They give it to him again. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. They just get the play off. And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Ooh, offense catches a break there. Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll be right back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Burrow setting up the play action. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down.
Here we go.
Play action now. Burrow connects on the crosser. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed right. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Second and 6 coming up here. Throwing is Burrow. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Raiders will gain possession up beyond their own 20 after a nice return. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes a bit after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be the last chance or the last time they get in the red zone.
Hey, that was a good fade. That was a good fade. I'm not going to lie to you.
The last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft service tablet.
Yeah, I know. That was a good. I mean, that was a good fade. That was a good fade. I saw you kicking out to the other guy, and then you just got me. That was a good fade.
They're out and set.
Good fade, bro.
Here's Willis. Able to find Jones. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. It's the Raiders, who have 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
From the 27. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. To throw, here's Willis. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for Raiders first. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll throw it again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bengals get it back around the 39-yard line. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Burrow back to throw. Hits him on the out route. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Burrow setting to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. They'll run for this, and he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
These fourth down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
The fuck just happened?
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He'll throw it. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before halftime. A massive shot towards the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Bengals intercept the final throw for the end zone.
Better not.
First half's gonna end.
Better not.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say this has been a defensive slobber knocker through two, right? Maybe some points finally on the horizon as we resume play. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge
Good rhyme.
It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
Working inside the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
What the hell?
In half number 2. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's a give. Fullback headed up the gut. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Working quickly here. Third and short, it's Burrow. Complete out to the right. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Here's a give up the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
From the 47. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now give left side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They're going play action. Looking with fullback now. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. He's back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Throw caught at the 6. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent. When you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Burrow from the gun. This could decide things. It's intercepted. Picked up by Shaq Thompson. And the Raiders,
Good interception, bro. You got me.
Before being tackled. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the Bengals have some new life in the 4th. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
First down, ball at the 36. Back to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That's an incredible sack, Kate, from them. It does more than just back them up a mile on 2nd down. There's an immediate sense of desperation that comes from an offense. You can just feel it as a quarterback in the huddle. When you take a sack like that, now they got to dig themselves out of this hole.
Here he is to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw it. finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Pearsall there to grab it. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. He'll look to throw it. And they pull it off. A touchdown catch in the final moments. And now overtime or a win right here are on the table. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
He's throwing for it. And it's incomplete.
I had to try, bro. I had to try. Good game, bro. Good game.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Return coming from the 6. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. This one finds Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. And a timeout's called. We'll have likely just a final play. Only 6 seconds remaining in this one.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And this is into the end zone, but incomplete. It was a win no matter what. They decided, hey, let's try for another touchdown to knee it out. Either way, this one's over. The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home. And it still shows up as a victory for them, Brock, whether they score 50 or they have a rough day putting points on the board. So for our crew, my partner Brock Ewart and myself, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been Madden Ultimate Team. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.
Tell me what you want and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not giving up, come on, we got nothing left to lose. I've been here from the start, you know I'm not going anywhere. I don't give it, tell me what you want. what you want right now. Ooh, let everybody talk right now. So tell me what you want right now. You can get it. Tell me what you want and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not giving up, come on, we got nothing left to lose. I've been here from the start, you know I'm not going anywhere. I don't give it, tell me what you want.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Hello all, Kate Scott up here in the booth, and joining me as always, my partner Brock Heward. All right, Brock, everyone hoping we see a competitive contest here, and both teams feel they can provide that.
Yeah, this should be a good one. I mean, you just stack these two teams up. We've all done our homework. They've done a lot more practice time and film watching and everything else. But by all accounts, the numbers will tell you, the talent will tell you, we're going to have a competitive chess match, and I can't wait to watch it.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Short pass brought in. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
And give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Burrow out of the shotgun. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. 4th down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Hurts now on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
They'll run here with Henry. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. An 8-yard pickup, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They give it to him up the middle. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More Madden Ultimate Team action coming up on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you the 2nd quarter. The Bengals well within striking distance. On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Now Boswell on to send this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Great.
Shotgun handoff to Johnson. Jukes one defender. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. That stop made by T.J. Watt.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At
A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Complete to DK Metcalf. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning.
Delta, set. Alpha, alpha, alpha. Delta.
Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Ready?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11. Shot.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
On one, ready?
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Love that call, Brock, going for the slant route, trying to move the chains, but the defense read it all the way. They had somebody right there ready to knock that ball out.
You know, if there's one thing consistent with you, Kate, you too love that route.
I love that route, man.
You love the slant. I know. It's from your childhood of watching Jerry and Joe and the Niners do it so well. But this defense, they knew what was coming. And he was able to separate that slant from the ball before they could ever get going.
Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Eagles will take possession.
Right, 73, 73.
On 1st down, Hurts finds him over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
No touch, set. No touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, That could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Trying again following the sack. He sends this one to the end zone. And he has it in the end zone.
Wow! Wow!
The Eagles take the lead just before halftime.
What a touchdown.
How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw. And he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
Here we go.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Boswell on to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. In motion right is Metcalf. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
Good. Set. Count up, Yanni.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Looking to throw. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Get set. Stop.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Burrow from the gun. A quick throw swatted away, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Play action now, Burrow. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. This throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. And they make the tackle. I'm not sure that was an advisable gamble in this spot, Brock, as they turn it over on downs. Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They're running the option, short side. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down throwing for Hurts. He rolls to his right. And his pass is going to fall incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
2nd down, Hurts throwing again. Flush down out to his left. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. But the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw it. Gets this to Johnson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Not helping themselves with that penalty, and now lining up to try this fourth down. He'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. From the gun, Johnson. Escapes a defender. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going option, headed left on this 1st down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
They did it! He made the interception! And the Bengals have some new life in the 4th. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Bengals down by 7. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down.
11.
Burrow out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle the line.
11.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And they bring him down around the 34. He gets 6 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Setting up to pass. Looking right, and he finds him. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
Gun.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
11, Thomas.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's 1st down. Back to throw. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go, here we go. Behind.
Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And he's out and clear. And the Eagles make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out. Yeah. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit. Before I sat down, still ballin', money stacked tall in shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling, bring them out, bring them out. To get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about, now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I copy chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, they ain't I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do? When you show up on the scene with a 2, Drew and you and your friend and play a little 2-on-2. If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show him this ain't the squad for a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with. They quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Oh.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Don't play with it. starting, are you dumb? Run a man, I don't know no other man. Like 100 just for 100 bands. I don't even got me 100 bands. I'm still gonna make me 100 M's with 100 plans. Give me Besso. I carry like I'm Prego. Hit a road with call Petro. Shoulda knew it from the get-go. Yeah. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it, don't play with it. Just lay in it. Spin all day in it. My hitters don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. They stay with it. I'm okay with it. Yeah, they come to me, they don't play with it.
He just want a 10-piece, make it all flex. He just want a phone call or a text back. Never got touched, but a stay. Why would I DM it first when I'm the catch? 100 bands, it's 100 bands. You like 100, ain't got one man. You like 100, ain't got one. Whole lot of speaking on me, that ain't done. Dropped 100 on the penny, that big as Lola. They can't stand to see me winning, so they blame payola. Big choker, no mediocre. I ain't never doing, I barely do the cola.
Yeah. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it, don't play with it. Just lay in it. Spin all day in it. My hitters don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. They stay with it. I'm okay with it. When it come to me, they don't play with it.
I'm on demon time taking souls. He in my DM say I'm pretty, I know. Really messy, I'm a rich gold. He tell me treat his face like a rose. Get somebody else to do it. Posting in New York at Bottega like I'm doing. I taught you how to get him for the check. What we doing? I ain't got 100 mil, but I got it once I flew in. If that don't come on money, I can't. He call me baby, so it's 200 a K with it. Carisha single and Sadiddy, he okay with it. No shade with it, no shade with it.
Yeah. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it, don't play with it. Just lay in it. Spin all day in it. My hitters don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. They stay with it. I'm okay with it. When it come to me, they don't play with it.
Troy Green.
Yeah!
Go, 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 shorty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give cause that's your birthday. You'll find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill it, I'm in the habit. I ain't in the make it. So come give me a hug. You're in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill it, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, get in the getting. When I pull up out front, you see the Benz on dub. When I roll 20 deep, it's always drama in the club. Now that I roll with Dre, everybody show me love. When you sell like Eminem, you get plenty of groupie love. Look, homie, ain't nothing changed. Rolls down, G's up. I see exhibit in the cutting, man. Running, man. Watch how I move, you mistake before I play up. Been hit with a but I don't walk with a limp. In the hood, in the LA, they saying 50, you hot. They like me, I want them to love me like they love pop. But holla in New York, the show, they tell you I'm local. When the plan is to put the rap game in the choke. I'm fully focused, man. My money on my mind, got a meal out the deal, and I'm still in the grind. Now shorty says she feeling my style, she feeling my flow. A girl from Wooded, they ready to find me in the club. Full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill it, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the make it. So come give me a hug, get in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill it, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the make it. So come give me a hug, get in the getting. My flow, my show brought me to go. That brought me all my fancy things. My crib, my cars, my clothes, my jewels. Look, homie, I done came up and I ain't changing. You should love it way more than you hate it. Oh, you mad? I thought that you be happy I made it. I'm that cat by the bar to the good life. Moved out the hood, now you tryna pull me back, right? Hit the bumpin' in the club, it's on. I'm with my eyes to chicks, if she smash, she gone. Hit the roof on fire, man. Just let it burn. If the talking about money, homie, I ain't concerned. I'ma tell you what banks told me, cause go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate, then watch the money pile up. Or we can go upside there with a. Come on, they know where we be. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill it, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the make it. So come give me a hug, get in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill it, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the make it. So come give me a hug, get in the getting. Don't try to act like you don't know where we be, neither. We in the club all the time, so pop on. Shady Aftermath.
Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again. Welcome back, Marlena.
Yeah. One for the money and one for the homies. I move with respect, I don't need nothing on me. The Father may wait for me, feel just like Bronny. I got my little belly, my blessings, they on me. They rain, yeah, you see how I'm coming. Come on. It sound like we drumming. I reach on my goals, like my nephew be dope. Back on the rim, riding on rim. Came in all black to that, I came back to my to that ripping off Cadillac. Feel like a Cadillac, nothing but class. It's never been average, never been on. Averix on me, I'm tougher than homie Javante. The fight is my mantra, I want it, I will. Get you a wheel, they carry it. We fighting a little, my is all. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag, I'm done. I'm back in my bag, I'm back tatted on my body, my left arm. They ain't left arm, they still doing harm. Bodies on bodies. Cried over Malcolm, I cried over Dolphin. I'm crying for Nipsey, been feeling like Lauren. Carried the cross, got the sun in my eyes. Grew for this, I ain't meant to be no bride. I'm married, but I know you still feel obliged. Bounce on these, I learned from Sanaa. Back in my bag and as big as a duffel with blessings on blessings. I came through this struggle, I'm back.
I'm back in my bag. I'm back in my bag on guard. I'm back in my bag. I'm back in my bag on guard.
Yeah, yeah. I came through the rain and I came through the thunder. I pushed through the pain. I'm laughing at summer. My hair was way hotter. I feel like a sada. Escape with my truth. I came back like Nirvana. Throat is all rocky. It's nothing I real. Go back to back, baby. Can't no one here see us. Stomach it all tied. Look like a Leah. Went back and forth and back just like a cornerback. Yeah, yeah. You got veins. I respect whole veins. Tell them get low, man. Just flying high. I gave them low, man. Super the color the whip. Culinary on my wrist. Cooking you. I ain't forgot what you did. State of it all eventually falls. Frequency, this is the ship, I'm home.
I'm back in my bag. I'm back in my bag on guard.